Hey everyone, and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records. It is time for our weekly check into some of the new releases that are hopefully headed to an independent record store near you. I say hopefully because there's been a delay or two this week. We'll get to that here in just a second. We are just going to cover the highlights though, but as always, if you'd like to see that full list, all you have to do is head over to our website at radiowastelandrecords.com. From there, just look for the upcoming releases link. Click on that. You'll see a PDF with everything that there is scheduled for this upcoming week. Now, though, let's dive into the new releases scheduled for Friday, the 14th of March, 2025. Something brand new, kind of a concept album of sorts, I guess, from Steven Wilson. This is called The Overview. Two different versions of this, and each of them are on 180-gram vinyl, and each of them are half-speed mastered. Check out this description, though. Steven Wilson releases his 8th studio album, The Overview, on Fiction Records. Now, this features two tracks, let me say that again, but 42 minutes of music, wildly ambitious and brilliantly audacious in equal measure. That is our description, by the way. The album features endlessly engaging conceptual lyrics that move seamlessly between the cosmic and the mundane, set to genre-defying ultra-melodic music. The description wraps up saying that this promises to be an utterly unique release in 2025. I tell you what, I really don't know what to expect from this. I'll look for this online, see if there's a little bit of a preview. But yeah, it says side A is Objects Outlive Us, and that is 23 minutes and 17 seconds. Side B is The Overview, coming in at 18 minutes and 21 seconds. So new stuff from Steven Wilson, The Overview. Black vinyl version of this coming in at $30, and then there is an indie exclusive on mint green vinyl. Again, both of these are half-speed mastered, and the indie exclusive green vinyl coming in also at $30. It's a very interesting one coming to us from Florence and the Machine. It's called Symphony of Lungs, the BBC Proms at the Royal Albert Hall. Florence and the Machine joins Jules Buckley and his orchestra for a 15-year anniversary celebration of Lungs, recorded live at the Royal Albert Hall. So very interesting stuff if you're a Florence fan. Again, double LP black vinyl, Symphony of Lungs, along with Jules Buckley. This one coming in at a suggested list price of $46. Finally, on the new release front, two variations of the brand new one from Charlie Crockett. This is called Lonesome Drifter. And our description says that Lonesome Drifter is the new album from Grammy Award-nominated artist Charlie Crockett. He co-produced this album alongside multi-Grammy Award-winning musician and producer Shooter Jennings. So the black vinyl version of this comes in at a suggested list price of $26, but there is an indie exclusive of this as well. This one is on silver vinyl, and it features alternate cover artwork. So kind of a unique little difference there. The indie exclusive, by the way, though, a little more expensive. $30 is the suggested list price there. Onward now to the reissues scheduled for the 14th of March, and we're starting off with a pair of variations of a reissue of Live at the Greek from Jimmy Page and the Black Crowes. This has been around for a while. It's been bootlegged for quite some time. And our description, though, says that this particular version is the full show. Unlike the previous releases and a few of those other bootlegs, well, I take it back. I think a few of the bootlegs have been the full show, but this is the first, I believe, legitimate release that features all of this. And this does include 15 unreleased tracks and all the Black Crowes tunes that have never been released until now from this just epic show together. So as mentioned, there are two different variations, a double LP on black vinyl of Live at the Greek, this one coming in at a suggested list price of $30. And then there is an indie exclusive kind of on a gray splatter vinyl. You see that one pictured here. That one coming in also at a suggested list price of $30. Now, also pictured here, you'll see a box set that was originally set to be released along with these two versions, but that has been delayed. So looks like we've got that one pushed back all the way until April 11th. Holy cow, right before Record Store Day. That should be fun. That is a 6-disc set that's going to include a lot of other stuff. I'll cover that as we get a little bit closer, but yeah, that one had been scheduled with the other two versions of Live at the Greek, but it has again been pushed back until April 11th. We'll talk more about that if we have time in the lead up to the Record Store Day frenzy heading there, but yeah, kind of a shame that that got pushed back. I'm sure there are reasons. Also on the live front, we have got a reissue of Fish and a live one. This is a big one, though, too. It is a 4 LP set, reissue there. This is on green and blue vinyl. I think this is being called the Garlic Press for some reason. They always name theirs very interestingly. $90 is the suggested list price for this Fish Alive one, and hopefully that will make it on time, unlike the other stuff. Elsewhere on the reissue front, we've got 2 variations of Feel coming from Glenn Hughes. There's no other deeper information on these, unfortunately, other than to say that they are double LPs. There is a gold vinyl version of this listing for $42, and then a green splattered version. This is the indie exclusive, also $42. Sorry we don't have more to go on, but Glenn Hughes and Feel, 2 different variations of that, scheduled for the 14th. Here's one from Kix, and it is a reissue of Hot Wire coming from Friday Music. Limited edition, something being called a Solar Flare Hand-Poured Effect colored vinyl. Those are always kind of cool. Originally released in 1991, this hard rock classic Hot Wire by Kix celebrates 3 decades of masterwork. So we get that limited edition Solar Flare vinyl Hot Wire from Kix coming in at a suggested list price of $39. A 30th anniversary reissue up next from the Goo Goo Dolls, and this is A Boy Named Goo. This was their big one, wasn't it? Originally released in March of 1995 and driven by the smash hit Name, this album helped catapult the band into mainstream success. Double LP reissue, A Boy Named Goo, Deluxe Edition, they're calling this. Black vinyl, $40 is the suggested list price there. A couple of other very interesting reissues as well coming from Universal Imports. First up is the Tuesday Night Music Club from Sheryl Crow. This is on limited edition blue vinyl. A little pricier though because it's an import, $48 the suggested list price there. And then we also have Bigger, Faster, More coming from Four Non Blondes. Yeah, this is their big one as well. Red vinyl pressing on this, also a universal import and also a little more expensive. $48, the suggested list price for this one. Toning it down a little bit, we've got a colored vinyl, black and white. So again, that makes sense with this one. Zebra and their self-titled album Zebra, originally released in 1983. This one features their big hits, Tell Me What You Want and Who's Behind the Door, amongst lots of other cool tunes. And as mentioned, this one is coming on black and white colored vinyl. I don't know if this is a stripe of some sort. Oh, nope, here it is. It says swirl colored vinyl because zebras have swirl colors, of course. Still fun, though. Zebra, self-titled, on black and white colored vinyl. $38 is the suggested list price there. Let's go back a little ways for this next one, and we're seeing a reissue of the $1 Million Quartet. This one features impromptu 1956 performances from that storied quartet of Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Carl Perkins. Just some very classic stuff there. $26 is the suggested list price, and I do believe that is on black vinyl. And then finally, for the 14th, we've got, I think what we called in our podcast, an unnecessary box set. Sorry, Roger, I got to call it like I see it. The Dark Side of the Moon Redo. This one was Roger Waters' take on Dark Side of the Moon from, I believe, a year or so ago. They've turned this into a huge box set. Got to say the album was not his best, but this package includes 3 12-inch LPs, 4 10-inch vinyl records, LPs, 2 CDs, and a Blu-ray, a 40-page book, and a hand-numbered certificate of authenticity. So lots of demos and stuff, various takes on Roger's take of Dark Side of the Moon. Take it for what you will, but Dark Side of the Moon Redo from Roger Waters, I know I'm not speaking very highly of it. $290 is the suggested list price. If you are a true fan of Roger, I'd say he already lost his mind in this one, but that's just me. All right. But again, Dark Side of the Moon Redo from Roger Waters, big box set, $290 is the suggested list price there. And that is a quick check of some of the new releases headed our way for Friday, the 14th of March, 2025. If you're local and you see something you'd like us to get a hold of, just contact us here at the store. I should also mention, by the way, that the store physically will be closed all of this week. So anything that you're ordering for the 14th will be 1 week later. And I'll remind you of that when we do next week's upcoming releases before the 21st. But otherwise, if you'd like to see that full list, head over to our website at radiowastelandrecords.com. As always, you can see the full list of everything there. Same thing goes for that. If you see something on that big list you'd like us to get a hold of, just contact us here at the store. We'll put in for that. But again, you may have to wait until the week of the 21st if you're going to be picking that up locally. But you can always order these and we'll get a hold of them for you at some point down the line. So until next week, this has been Jim from Radio Wasteland. You folks have a great one, and we will talk to you later.